Hello loves, welcome to Annoyed Gamer. I am Marcus Beer and I am here to offer my opinions. That's right, my opinions, not law. Let me just reiterate this for everybody out there who's like, this guy's lying. Opinion, opinion, opinion. This is my fucking opinion. Are we getting it now? Do you really want me to get any closer? No? Good. On with the show. Brian Langenwalter is asking for the Xbox 720 and the PS4. Do you think they're going to bring back a lot of franchises or start with a bunch of new IPs instead? And the answer is yes, to both. We will see Resistance and Killzone, and we will see a new Halo on the 720 and Gears of War come back and Forza. But we know that we also have franchises like Watch Dogs coming. We also know that there's a new Star Wars game maybe coming, although who knows what's happening with that now that Mickey Mouse is getting his dirty little paws into LucasArts. So yeah, we'll see. But yes, we're going to get all those franchises back. Honestly, for the PS4, I really want Infamous 3. Please make it so. Sucker Punch, get on it. I want it. The next question from Carlos Benitez. How do you feel about games that are split into episodes? Well, it's interesting. When I was back at Vivendi in 2005-2006, we were talking about splitting Leisure Suit Larry into episodes. And Powers That Be felt that the market wasn't ready for episodic games. I think a couple had tried to come out and hadn't really done too well, which is a shame because I think Leisure Suit Larry would have been a way better series of games in an episodic format than the Pilot Ross that eventually came out. Now, obviously, skip forward to 2012 and we have, ooh, look at this. Who's nominated for VGA Best Game of the Year? It would be The Walking Dead Episodic, and it shows it works. I myself bought The Walking Dead on PC over the summer, $15 on a Steam sale to get the entire series. I think it's like $25 all told if you buy them individually. And it works, as it shows from its nomination and the critical acclaim it's getting. This is not only the return of episodic content, it's the return of the point-and-click adventure, which is spankalicious. Next up, I have a question from Dignam on Twitter, and I've had some good conversations with this chap over the last couple of days about Mass Effect 3. So it's a two-part question. First part is, do you think Mass Effect 3 is a bad game? Is Mass Effect 3 a bad game? No. In its own right, it's still a very good game. Is it an excellent game? No. Personally, I don't feel it hits the heights of Mass Effect 2. Taken as part of a franchise, it is Return of the Jedi to Mass Effect 2's The Empire Strikes Back, as far as I'm concerned. Star Wars was really, really good. It was great. Empire Strikes Back was fantastic. Ditto, Mass Effect 1, then Mass Effect 2 raised the bar. The only thing that was missing from Mass Effect 3 in its current state was a bunch of dancing fucking Ewoks. And that's the problem. It really felt like a bit of a letdown to the end of this magnificent trilogy. Is it a good game? Yes, it's still a very good game if you haven't played it before, but I'm coming with my opinion as somebody who really loved the trilogy. Next part of his question. Also, why do you think opinions on the internet are so polarizing? Not just with Mass Effect, but in general. Well, I mean, let's face it, it's the internet. There is no requirement for admission. They will let anybody on the internet. Hell, look, I've got my own show. Look at me, I'm the stupidest person you'll talk to today. Or most idiotic anyway, until the next Invisible Walls, and then I'll be the most idiotic person on that as well, and I cheerfully admit it. These are all about opinions. So yes, you are going to have a lot of people with opinions venting them. Basically, everything's so polarizing because we either love or we hate. There is no happy medium because that's the state of our civilization right now. We either love it or we hate it. It's the Fox News effect. Last question for today is from Ubatham. Interesting Twitter name. The press says this was a bleak year for games. Am I wrong thinking they're staring too much at the old franchises and publishers? Well, I thought it was going to be a bad year for games with no new consoles on the horizon. As we moved on, games like BioShock Infinite moved out, and you know, I honestly thought that with no major console exclusives coming to the end of the console life cycle, no awesome new consoles coming, and yes, that was a Wii U dig. I thought that we were going to have a shit year, but I gotta say, it's picked up. And a perfect example of that is Far Cry 3, in fact, that I've started playing. This game, best shooter of the year for me so far. It really has outstripped the competition, and it's taken the spot that was held by Borderlands 2, which surprised me because I really did enjoy perhaps the first two Far Cry games, but this one really does stick it out there with everything it's got, so I'm very much enjoying it. Is this perhaps as great a year as, say, 2 years ago? Perhaps not. Is it still a very good year? Absolutely. There are some really, really great games out there that have come out, especially over the last 6 months. I mean, you look at Dishonored, brand new franchise, boom, doing so well, we know we're going to get a sequel. Far Cry 3, Assassin's Creed 3, and I know some of you don't like the ending, don't want to hear about it. My opinion again, some really, really good stuff coming out. So it has been a good year. I think PC gamers have got a lot to be happy about. Indie fans have got a lot to be happy about. Journey as well, Tokyo Jungle, Unfinished Swan. I keep on going on about those 3 games because they are some of my favorites of the year. So yes, it's been a good year. Okay, that's it. That's the show for this week. Thank you as always for tuning in. This is the last time you will see the Tash on Annoyed Gamer. Movember is up by the time you watch this. I think you still have the chance to go and donate to my page if you want. I'm almost at $1,000, which is fantastic. I will be back next week. Follow me as always on Twitter. I am at Annoyed Gamer. And yes, thank you. Give me your questions. I'll see you soon. That's it. Back to your basement, bitches.
See this and other GT shows and game reviews on the GT Originals iOS app, available now on the App Store.